Hey guys, how you doing? I know, the corniest title ever, right? But if you see this, I think you're gonna understand, because I'm super excited about this one. You guys know I sold my Excalibur, and I miss it. It was my probably piece that I was proudest the most, and I had to make myself a new one. And yesterday I was talking to the Donald, the guy who got that Excalibur, and after we talked, I said I gotta make it, I gotta start working on it. So I started, and I'm super tired. Yesterday was a lot of work, a lot of belts, and the legend is reborn, and here it is. I love this thing. I think this one is so much nicer even than the first original. It's just huge, enormous. It's same stack, 0.275 inch thick. This one is Bohler and 690. It's about the equivalent of 154 cm, which hopefully should be still plenty tough, and at the same time should be actually nice and flexible. A little more than some tough tool steels. It was a little cheaper, that's also why I didn't want to spend that huge amount of money just on the steel. And I also, because of Tough Times, recommended this steel. He's very happy with his stuff that he made of N690, so I wanted to try it. And this actually is 7.5 millimeter, yeah, over 7 millimeters thick. That 0.275, so that's a bit over 1/4 inch thick. That's the, I think that's the next step up. The next, what is it, 532s? Or maybe even a little more than 532s. You see, I pretty much the same blade design. Only thing is this one is dropped a little more than the original one. The original one went straight more. This one is more like it goes a little more to that copyist style. And I also changed the handle. Now the blade is big. This is the whole stack was 22-inch cut. And the blade is 12, what is it, 13 and a quarter inch cutting edge. Handle is also very big, and I changed the design. I'm gonna show you a couple things about that handle. 8.5 inches handle, so pretty big. And the changes you see, normally I do the handle one continuous curve on the bottom. This time when I was doing it, I was thinking that if I do 2 smaller circles or curves, I can actually get, you know, same exact handle as on any other knife that ends here and actually has already that upswept on the end of my grip when I use one hand. Of course, the choke up, same thing on the ricasso for to change the balance, get close to the balance, which actually right now is about here. With the handles, that balance point should move even closer and should be actually very neutral, but still have plenty mass to, you know, deliver very powerful strokes and you know, powerful chops. Also not full high convex, only about 2/3, not even 2/3 way up, just a little beyond the half. Probably after the cleaning, after the heater, it will be about 2/3 up, meaning it will be a little steeper angle, and it won't bind as much into the wood while chopping. It shouldn't. It still is nice and lean. It will be pretty lean to be a good cutter as a regular knife, you know, in the choke up grip. And also that handle, you know, in the regular one hand grip, like I said, my hand ends here right before the bump, which already gives me a little counter slope on the end of my hand, securing it a little more. But also if I would move all the way back for still one hand chopping, that little thing in here actually creates somewhat of a finger choil already, because it comes exactly between my, you know, index finger and middle finger, and creates kind of like a second finger choil on the front, just not as pronounced, but still it creates. And again, on the end of my hand I have that little bulb to secure the back of the hand. And the same way, if I will go for two hand, you know, regular two hand, I can actually fit again my index finger right here behind my front hand, so I kinda essentially have two finger choils for two-handed grip. And again, this hand is right here behind my index finger, in front of my index finger, and this back hand ends right on the bulb, which is nice and bigger. I did it a little bigger than I normally do to provide even better security on the end of the handle, and it feels good. It's really nice thing. I did plenty of holes actually, and the idea behind this is using the 2 front, then the 2 after it, 2 on the end, and then these 2. They are spaced out nice and even. And I'm gonna do, actually, I did 530 seconds drills, drilled it 530 seconds, so I can fit this tubing. This is actually titanium tubing, pretty thick wall titanium tubing. Actually, no, this is probably better view. It's not as thick as this side look. But I think it's gonna be pretty neat to have titanium tubes as a fasteners for the handle. And again, it will provide plenty of lashing points and linear points, you know, on the band, on the back, on the front, for all kinds of just the security. Like there's a couple different designs for linears, even though I don't use them, but there are ways to actually do them nice so it doesn't function as a linear as most of us know, and it should make it even safer, nicer. Now, like I said, this has plenty of mass. Let me see if my scale can even weight this, because I think it's a little too much for my scale. If I can find it. I think my scale is only up to 1 pound, and I'm pretty sure this is more than that. Oh, actually no, not bad. 31 ounces, just under 31 ounces. So with the handle, what would it come up to? Probably about 2 pounds, 32 ounces, which is not bad. And like I said, this actually feels more neutral in the hand than my original Excalibur, which I guess, even though it's more mass in the front, I guess it's because the counterbalance of the handle, the longer handle with more mass on the back. I think that's what balanced it a little more, move that balance from a little closer to the hand. And also the mass itself, you know, it is heavier than Excalibur, but feels lighter because of how it's balanced, all the mass and the center of the mass. So very proud of this one, very proud of this one. I like it. Did a pretty nice finish on it, which I will try to keep the same way once it's done. Probably try to keep the, I actually will probably go to extra mile and get even the grind horizontal, you know, satin, because I do like how it looks. You see the top, the flat portion, I really like that finish. I will probably try to do the whole blade that way, and it's pretty sweet. I did clean up the little pitting what you normally have here. You see that on the tank? I did clean it up here. I will probably do the same on this portion also, because it is nicer, and it removes very little bit of metal. So I think on this one I really try my best to do really pretty finish. And like I said, very proud of this and very excited. I hope you guys like it. You guys know I love these big blades. I mean, short sword, big knife, I don't know, I still call them knife. And funny note, why does everybody refer to knives as a girls? I don't think a girl can be as cool as this knife is. I think there's gotta be a guy. No, just kidding, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.